Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Robert One Kenobi, and this is my WWE Extreme Rules 2016 review. Overall, I thought Extreme Rules was a really good show. I thought it was a strong follow-up to Payback. If you guys remember in my predictions video for Extreme Rules, I pretty much considered the show the follow-up to Payback, and the fact that you had 4 rematches on the card. But I feel like this was a strong, very strong follow-up to Payback. You know, it did a great job with continuing certain feuds, and overall, it was just a really fun wrestling show to watch from start to finish. Let's get right down to the review. On the kickoff show, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin in a no disqualification match. Um, this was a good, solid match. It wasn't really much of a no disqualification match because they didn't use weapons at all. The only aspect of the no DQ match that we saw was Baron Corbin using a low blow to turn the tide in his favor, and then hitting Dolph Ziggler with the end of days to score the 1-2-3. But for the most part, I thought that match was a good, solid big man match. You know, Dolph Ziggler got a couple near falls with the super kick. Baron Corbin hit a sick deep six. Like I said, the only use of the no DQ rule came at the end when Baron Corbin hit Ziggler with a low blow and then drilled him with end of days to get the 1-2-3. But good, solid match. I'm happy Baron Corbin got the win because he needed this win. Dolph Ziggler did not need to get his win back. So Baron Corbin with the win. As for the main card, we kicked the show off with the Usos versus Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows in a Texas Tornado tag team match. This was a really wild, fast-paced opener, just a lot of fun from the start, wild action all throughout. Early on, you have the Usos doing their dive over the top rope. One Uso goes for another dive. Karl Anderson catches him, drills him with a throat thrust. Seconds later, Anderson and Gallows, excuse me, they do a modified boot of doom. So Gallows has one of the Usos on his shoulder. Anderson dives off the apron and connects with a modified boot of doom. They fought on the outside for a little while. I keep calling one of the Usos because I still can never tell these guys apart. I'm sorry, guys. You know, it's been almost 2 years since I started this channel, and I still can't tell these freaking guys apart. But one of the Usos managed to hit a what is that move called? That move that Umaga and Rikishi did where they ran and they rammed their butt into the opponent's face, that like charge attack, they did that on the outside to Karl Anderson. Okay, I got the names confused for a moment. And then Gallows took over. He threw that Uso back into the ring, and he was actually yelling at Karl Anderson to get up, get up. I mean, he was a little pissed, you know. Anderson grabbed the ring bell, and then he got super kicked in the face by whichever Uso it was he threw in the ring. And that Uso went to the top rope for the splash, and I was like, ah, damn it, the Usos are going to get the win here. But Anderson got out of the way. That Uso landed on the ring bell. Anderson got back up. He and Gallows hit the Magic Killer for the 1-2-3, and Anderson and Gallows had a strong outing in their first pay-per-view match, and they won their first pay-per-view match. And like I said, a really good, fast-paced, wild match. 3.5 stars. I just really enjoyed it. I'm happy, you know, Anderson and Gallows won this match because, again, with the whole 50-50 booking thing, though I saw no reason for the Usos to win this match. They did not have to get their win back, just like Ziggler didn't have to get his win back against Corbin. Fun match. And I really hope that throughout the rest of the year, Anderson and Gallows are established as a strong tag team, and they're as dominant as they were in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But fun match, like I said, guys. Wild, lots of fast-paced action. 3.5 stars. As always, my ratings are down below in the description box. Next, we had the United States Championship match. Kalisto defending against Rusev with Lana in his corner. And this was a good big man, little man match. Early on, Kalisto tried to he went for his patented corkscrew, that corkscrew attack he does, like the corkscrew splash off the ropes, but Rusev just swatted him away like a fly. And then from there, Rusev just took over. He was just manhandling Kalisto. And, you know, the crowd, they started to chant for Rusev in the beginning of this match, and then after a while they just really didn't care for the match, which was unfortunate. I still thought it was a good match, you know, like I said, a good big man, little man match. Kalisto did get some offense in. He hit that Hurricane Rana face buster. He did a unique Hurricane Rana dive through the outside, and he threw, which actually threw Rusev face first into the steel stairs. He did the corkscrew splash from the ropes, the springboard corkscrew splash. That's the move I was trying to talk about, where Rusev swatted him away like a fly. Kalisto started to build some momentum, and then he goes to the top rope. And actually, wait, I'm trying to think. Before that, Kalisto had Rusev on the outside, and I believe he hit a moonsault from the top rope, which looked really nice. And then Kalisto goes to the top rope again. Rusev catches him and throws him onto the ring apron, and it was a pretty nasty spot. And the referee was checking on Kalisto, and I was unsure if like Kalisto was legit injured because he wasn't moving. So I didn't know if it was real or if it was just how they booked the match. But Rusev was trying to, you know, continue his assault on Kalisto. He pulls Kalisto to the middle of the ring. He stomps on his back. The referee pushes Rusev aside, you know, because he has to check on Kalisto. Rusev stomps on his back again, gets him into the accolade, and you know, bends him like a pretzel. He's just pulling back like a pretzel, and Kalisto immediately taps out, and Rusev becomes a two-time United States champion. I was happy for Rusev because, honestly, as much as I love Kalisto, his United States championship run, while better than Ryback's Intercontinental championship run, they still, you know, failed to really capitalize on it and make Kalisto a top name. I mean, I still want to see him do well, but it is what it is. So Rusev is now a two-time United States champion. And the only thing that I'm not looking forward to in this reign is when he eventually crosses paths with John Cena again. Because we all know, unless WWE actually keeps the belt on Rusev and wants to do something big with him this time around, that Cena's going to win that belt back. So I just want to enjoy Rusev as United States champion for these next 7 days, because next week, big match, John is back, and you know he's going for the United States championship. You know they're going to give him that championship back. So let's just enjoy the reign of Rusev while we can, because when big match John comes back, he's getting the belt back. But oh my God, how awesome would it be if if Rusev actually beat John Cena and got vindication and redemption while being United States champion. We'd love to see it happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Next, we had the WWE Tag Team Championship match, the New Day defending against the Vaudevillains. This was a decent tag match, and I was disappointed with how short it was because it only went 6 minutes. We had Xavier Woods and Big E representing the New Day, and when I saw that it was Xavier instead of Kofi, I was thinking, okay, the only reason he's in there is because the Vaudevillains are going to most likely win, and they're going to take the fall, so Big E and Kofi don't look weak or anything. But no, in the end, the New Day retained the Tag Team Championships when Xavier Woods hit a Shining Wizard on Simon Gotch to score the 1-2-3. The match, like I said, guys, was decent, but it was short. It was only 6 minutes. The only highlights of this match I remember are Big E trying to go for his spear to the outside through the ropes, and Aiden English countered that. And then I honestly thought the Vaudevillains were going to win when they hit Xavier Woods with a Whirling Dervish, but he kicked out, and I believe he's the only person to ever kick out of the Whirling Dervish. But then Big E hit the spear through the ropes, and Xavier hit the Shining Wizard on Simon Gotch to score the 1-2-3. Decent match, but honestly, I wish it would have gone, 10, 11 minutes, because I feel like up to the ending, it was starting to get. It could have gotten better. You know what I mean? And I honestly thought the Vaudevillains were going to win this because I felt like they could have benefited from winning the Tag Team Championships. They needed that one big win to ultimately establish them as one of the new faces of the Tag Team division. But it is what it is. We'll probably get a rematch at Money in the Bank. But decent match for what it was. 2.25 stars. I can't really give it much, and I can't really say much else about the match because, like I said, it was only 6 minutes. So a little disappointed that that match didn't go longer. New Day retains. New Day rocks, of course, and it is what it is. Next, we had the second best match of the night. I mean, this match right here, guys, we knew it was going to be awesome, and I think it exceeded our expectations in a big way. The Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz with Maryse defending against Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Man, this was an awesome Intercontinental Championship match right off the bat. I mean, you want to talk about a hot start? As soon as the bell rings, Sami Zayn knocks Kevin Owens out of the ring with a haluva kick. And Cesaro and Miz are looking at him like, wow, did that really just happen? Like, what the hell? Sami Zayn literally charges at Kevin Owens, kicks him in the face, haluva kick to the face, and Owens goes outside the ring. And from there, Cesaro takes care of Miz, and we start off with Sami Zayn versus Cesaro one-on-one. Zayn hits his patented helo over the top rope. The action in this match, guys, was just wild. Kudos to all 4 guys in this match. I mean, just insane spots from start to finish. Sami Zayn, the one thing I was surprised was that Sami Zayn did not hit his tornado DDT through the ropes, through the ring post. I'm surprised he did not hit that. But the action in this match, guys, was just wild. You had Cesaro, of course, unloading the taking the guys to Uppercut City, unloading the uppercut train. Kevin Owens had a cannonball party, hitting both Miz and Cesaro with cannonballs in the corner. Sami Zayn went for a reverse exploder, which Cesaro turned into a German suplex. So we got 2 suplexes in one. Later on in the match, Cesaro went for the sharpshooter, and he actually had Miz in the sharpshooter, and Miz managed to grab onto Maryse, and he actually was holding on to Maryse as Cesaro was dragging him. So Maryse got dragged into the ring as well. Referee had to get Maryse out of the ring, and the Miz was tapping. So Cesaro actually made the Miz tap out, but of course, because of distraction from Maryse, referee didn't see it, so referee couldn't call a halt to the bout. Then there was a 6th spot where Cesaro is trying to go for the swing. Miz holds onto the ropes to try to break it, and then out of nowhere comes Kevin Owens with a bullfrog splash, which I think he landed on Miz's knees, if I'm correct. But it was just an insane spot right there. Sami Zayn hit this, he went for what looked like a sunset flip, and he turned it into like a power bomb or a pile driver. I don't know what that move is called, but it was sick. It was awesome, guys. I mean, the action in this match was just wild. It was just an awesome Intercontinental Championship match, and like I said, kudos to all 4 guys. And I love the ending to this match. The ending to this match was awesome, and I'm just trying to think that I missed any other really cool spots. We saw the Tower of Doom, which honestly I'm starting to get tired of that spot, because it's like when you get multiple people in a match, you're guaranteed to see that spot. I think if you saw it once in a while, it'd be more special, it'd be more significant. But it's like you always see the Tower of Doom spot in some kind of multi-person match, so it's like it was what it was, but it was still an awesome match. I mean, I'm trying to think, are there any other spots that I missed before I go into the finish? Because I really like the finish and how it enhanced a certain feud, if you know what I mean. There was Cesaro hitting one wicked uppercut. I mean, he threw Sami Zayn up in the air and bang, hit him with the uppercut. Miz hit a skull-crushing finale on Cesaro. This isn't in order, but I'm just trying to remember the other spots. I remember Kevin Owens getting pulled out of the ring by the Miz, and Kevin Owens throwing Miz into the barricade, going after Maryse, and then seconds later, Miz jolts him with the skull-crushing finale on the outside. The ending was just awesome. So basically, Sami Zayn hits a haluva kick on Cesaro in the corner, goes to make the 3 count, goes for the pin, excuse me. Kevin Owens pulls him out of the ring, and then Kevin Owens, I think, goes for the pin. No, Kevin Owens pulls Sami Zayn out of the ring. Sami Zayn is incensed that he got screwed out of the Intercontinental Championship. Goes after Kevin Owens, starts beating him down. Meanwhile, Miz slithers his way into the ring, covers Cesaro, and scores the 1-2-3 to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I had a feeling that's how it was going to end, especially when Miz got knocked out of the ring. No, I honestly thought Kevin Owens was going to sneak his way into the ring and win, like take advantage of one big move, because he was out of the ring for like a few minutes after that Helluva Kick. But Miz retains the Intercontinental Championship, and it continues the feud between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I love how Sami Zayn's desire to be Intercontinental Champion and hatred for Kevin Owens got the best of him. It took over, and it cost him the Intercontinental Championship. Oh my God. Storyline, feud progression, continuity. Oh my God. That's awesome right there. The feud continues. Great progression. I mean, look at that. Sami Zayn's own anger, hatred for Kevin Owens cost him the Intercontinental Championship. Instead of trying to capitalize on what he did, he went after Kevin Owens. It continues the feud, and it keeps it red hot. Oh my God. Simple storytelling, simple feud progression. Brilliant. So Miz is still Intercontinental Champion. If he doesn't drop it to Cesaro at Money in the Bank, I have a feeling he's dropping it to Apollo Crews, who I think needs to be on TV more, get some big matches in there, or have a big match at Money in the Bank. You know, he needs to keep building momentum, because if Miz doesn't lose to Cesaro, I see Apollo Crews the next Miz in the Intercontinental Championship. Or, going back to what I was saying about Rusev, if Rusev is still United States Champion by SummerSlam, why not do Rusev and Apollo Crews? That'd be a great match to have for the United States Championship at SummerSlam. But the Intercontinental Championship match, awesome match. I give it 4 stars. And in my opinion, guys, it was the best Intercontinental Championship match I've seen in recent years. Incredible match, guys. You definitely have to check this match out. Kudos again to all four performers. Awesome match, and the best Intercontinental Championship match I've seen in recent years. Next, we had the Asylum match between Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. Okay, this was a good match, guys, but this match just went too damn long. It was 26 minutes exactly. And, oh man, after a while, I just wanted this match to be over with. I give Jericho and Ambrose props for what they did, for the effort they put in this match. I feel it was a little better than the Payback match, only because I can remember more spots in this match than in the Payback match, but this match had to have been cut down by 12-13 minutes. And then those extra 12-13 minutes could have gone to the Tag Team Championship match and the Women's Championship match, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. The Asylum match, they made use of the weapons that were hanging above the cage. Ambrose used the mop. I think it was Moppy. They were calling it Moppy, you know, Perry Saturn's old mop, although I remember Moppy being smaller. Ambrose used the mop on Jericho. I believe Jericho used the strap on Ambrose. They actually used the barbed wire 2x4, and Jericho attacked Ambrose with it. The running gag of this whole match was Jericho trying to escape the Asylum. You know, he was trying to escape the cage, but they kept reiterating that you can't escape the cage. It's not a traditional cage match. You win by pinfall or submission. But I loved it because that's Jericho being a heel. That's Jericho at his best as a heel. He's trying to weasel his way out of the match. He doesn't want to be a part of it. He thinks he's too good for it, but he ended up getting himself in a situation with about the stuff he was pulling against Dean Ambrose. The straitjacket came into play in one of the weakest ways ever. I mean, what did Ambrose try to do? Did he have the barbed wire? I think Ambrose had the barbed wire 2x4. He tried to swing that at Jericho. Jericho threw the freaking straitjacket in Ambrose's face and then hit him with a code breaker. And it's like, if I was Ambrose, could have easily just taken that straitjacket off. I mean, that is what it is. But getting back to the match, Jericho tries to put Ambrose in the straitjacket. Ambrose fights his way out, and I honestly thought that Ambrose was going to be put in the straitjacket because I was going to be interested to see if he could actually survive while in the straitjacket. Jericho did throw Ambrose into the cage a couple times. Ambrose did that. He did his flying elbow off the top of the cage, which I thought was a cool spot. And then we get to the end, and the end is where it got really good. But before the end, I was at the point where I was like, I just want this match to end because it's just going on for too long. It's like the crowd wasn't even really into the match. You know, I was looking forward to this match because I wanted to see how they pulled it off. And, you know, it just, I give Jericho and Ambrose credit for their efforts. But there was a point where I was just like, this match needs to end, man. Like, we're going over 20 minutes, I think. It just got to the point where after a while I wanted it to be over, you know? So the ending comes when Ambrose pulls out a black bag of thumbtacks. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're going to do this thumbtack spot. They're PG. I know they're not going to do this thumbtack spot. So, Jericho gets Ambrose in the walls. Ambrose manages to break it up with a fire extinguisher. He blasts Jericho in the face with a fire extinguisher. Jericho goes for another code breaker. Prior to this, they were like exchanging, like they looked like they were trying to powerbomb one another or pile drive one another on the thumbtack. So Ambrose would go for that move. Jericho would counter. Jericho would go for like a powerbomb. Ambrose would try to backdrop him. Eventually, Jericho went for the code breaker. Ambrose caught him, dropped him on the thumbtacks, and then drilled him with dirty deeds. And I think Ambrose landed on some thumbtacks when he hit the dirty deeds on Jericho. But nonetheless, Jericho full of thumbtacks. It was crazy. Thumbtacks all over his back, his arm. He was bleeding. Ambrose hit dirty deeds on the thumbtacks, I believe. And Ambrose got the win in his specialty match, which was good. Once again, another instance of good booking in the sense of Jericho didn't get the win. He didn't need to get his win back. I was happy that Ambrose beat Jericho in his specialty match because Ambrose needs to continue the momentum and route to Money in the Bank, because if they want to establish Ambrose as the main event player, Money in the Bank is the place to do it, and Ambrose needs a lot of momentum to finally get that main event push. So I'm happy Ambrose got the win. When you look at this card so far, guys, no instance of 50-50 booking. Well, with Anderson and Gallows, because they lost to the Usos on Raw. They beat the Usos here in the Texas Tornado match, but it was a win they needed. So I was fine with that. But I was really happy with not a lot of 50-50 booking on this show, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves with WWE right now. It's like one guy's got to get his win, the other guy's got to get his win back. So it's like, I hate it, you know. But I'm happy Ambrose won the match. But that match really should have been cut 12 by 12, 13 minutes. And, you know, those extra 12, 13 minutes, you could have divided them amongst the tag title match and the women's championship match. And those matches could have been better. But yeah, I give props to Ambrose and Jericho for their efforts, especially Jericho for taking that thumbtack spot. Match was good, but it could have been a lot better if it was a lot shorter. I just hated how long this match went. Next, we had the Women's Championship submission match. Charlotte defending against Natalya. And the stipulation was Ric Flair was banned from ringside, and if he interfered, Charlotte would forfeit the title. This match was only 9 minutes long, and it was disappointing, guys. I don't remember one memorable spot in this match. I mean, this match was just disappointing. I hated it. Well, I shouldn't say I hated it, but I was really disappointed with this match. You know, I wanted to see a figure eight or a sharpshooter on the announce table. I wanted to see them. I mean, Charlotte and Natalya really take this match to a new level for the women's division, and it didn't do much for me. I mean, towards the end of the match, Natalya has Charlotte and sharpshooter. Ric Flair's music hits. Out comes, well, obviously it's not Ric Flair. I mean, it was somebody dressed up as Ric Flair, and at first I'm thinking, okay, that's Charles Robinson dressed up as Ric Flair. Like, I knew Charles Robinson was going to somehow get involved. Come to find out, it's not Charles Robinson. It's Dana Brooke dressed up as Ric Flair. And at first, because I saw the face, I was thinking, I thought it was Lana. I was like, that's Lana. I'm like, what the hell? But then they said it was Dana Brooke. I'm like, Dana Brooke? And she takes the wig off, and I'm like, oh, it is Dana Brooke. So Dana Brooke got involved. Natalya laid her out, but then Charlotte took advantage. Charlotte locked in the figure 8. Natalya, I was saying, like, Natalya, don't tap out, try to make it to the ropes first. And Natalya tapped out. So I'm really not happy with this Women's Championship submission match. I feel like they could have done something special with it, and they just didn't. I mean, it went 9 minutes. The crowd wasn't into it. I wasn't into it because I was expecting something good. You know, Dana Brooke's interference was interesting, to say the least. It looks like Dana Brooke is partnered up with Charlotte. It looks like they have some kind of an alliance, which I'm interested in seeing how it plays out. We're probably going to get Charlotte and Dana versus Natalya and Becky. I'm down to see that match at Money in the Bank. That's the feud we're most likely going to get. But yeah, I mean, I feel like if this match got maybe another 6-7 minutes, it could have been better. I know for sure the tag team championship match should have gotten another 6 minutes. That would have made it a better match. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say, guys. I can't really think of any of the other submissions. I mean, I know Natalya hit a German suplex. Natalya hit an arm, slapped on an arm bar. Charlotte, I don't remember what other submission Charlotte did. I think she did a surfboard stretch, or that could have been Natalya. See, I don't remember a lot about this match, guys, which pretty much tells you much. Which pretty much tells you a lot about it. I mean, it wasn't a horrible match. It was a decent match, but I was just disappointed. I really wanted this match to be something special for the women's division, you know, a women's championship submission match. But it is what it is. I'm gonna move on, guys, because I have a lot to say about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. But yeah, Charlotte and Natalya, decent match, disappointing, but I'm excited to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for Dana Brooke now that she's aligned herself with Charlotte and Ric Flair. So let's move on, guys, to the main event. WWE World Heavyweight Championship Extreme Rules match. Roman Reigns defending against AJ Styles. Man, what an incredible match this was, guys. I think this was Roman Reigns' best match, the best match of his career so far. This was a wild fight that just nearly tore the house down in New Jersey. It started off in the ring, and then it quickly escalated to the outside. They went over to the stage, you know, the little setup for the kickoff show with the kickoff panel previews the show and everything. And Roman, like, he threw AJ onto that glass table. I honestly thought that table was gonna break. And I was saying, like, AJ's lucky that table didn't break. AJ managed to fight back. He hit a phenomenal forearm off the table. They went back into the ring. When they didn't get back into the ring, but when they took the fight back to ringside, that's when it just got wild. I mean, AJ went for a Styles clash on the outside with the concrete exposed. Roman countered with a thrust shot to the throat. Roman went for a power bomb, and I believe AJ. No, prior to that, AJ Styles gets Roman Reigns on the table, on the Spanish. I think it was a Spanish announce table because they have like 2 other announce tables there joining the Spanish announce table. Anyway, sick ass spot right here. So Roman Reigns counters AJ Styles' attempt for a Styles clash. Roman charges, or AJ charges at Roman. Roman backdrops him, and AJ gets some wicked air and goes through the English announce table via the backdrop. I mean, it was a wicked spot. And then later on, AJ goes for a Hurricane Rana off the apron. Roman catches him, slams him like a rag doll onto the LED board at ringside, and like you actually heard the thud of AJ's head hitting the LED board. Then he slams him into the barricade and border tosses him that border toss power bomb that Hernandez used to do onto the other announce table, which I believe was the German announce table. I mean, AJ took a lot of wicked bumps in this match. He took a lot of wicked bumps, and he deserves a lot of kudos and credit for what for what he went through in this match. Excuse me, lost my train of thought there. They went back into the ring. Roman does a crucifix powerbomb, so it looks like he's going for the Razor's Edge. Then he hits AJ with the powerbomb for one of the closest near falls in the match. After that, we got the standard interference from the expected interference from Gallows and Anderson. They hit Buddha Doom. They put AJ on top of Roman. Roman kicked out. Then the Usos got involved, delivered super kicks left and right. You know, super kick party like if they were the Young Bucks. One of them hit the splash on AJ. They put Roman on top of AJ. AJ kicked out. And then Roman goes for the spear. AJ counters. I believe AJ countered with a kick. I'm trying to remember. So, okay, I remember now. So, Roman goes to a spear. AJ counters. AJ hits the Styles Clash, but Roman kicks out. There's a steel chair in the ring. AJ goes for the Styles Clash on the steel chair. At first, I'm thinking AJ's going to get backdropped because they're near the ropes again. But no, he actually hits the Styles Clash on the chair. I start marking out because I'm thinking that's it. He's going to hit. He's going to beat Roman here. One of the Usos pulls AJ out of the ring. AJ fights back, quickly gets back into the ring, covers Roman. Roman kicks out again. AJ is pissed. He grabs a steel chair and he just starts walloping Roman with the chair. Then he starts walloping the Usos. And I was just like, yes, yes. I was just like, whack them all with the steel chair. Just whack the hell out of everybody with that steel chair. Beat them down. And the crowd was just going crazy. They were chanting, yes, yes, yes. Every time AJ hit either the Usos or Roman with the chair. And then AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm. Roman gets back up, manages to catch AJ in midair with a wicked spear, covers him 1, 2, 3, and retains the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a phenomenal, no pun intended, Extreme Rules match. I mean, the best match of Roman's career so far. Awesome performance from AJ. It was just a wild fight. Roman felt like a monster in this match because he was beating up AJ. He was hitting AJ with those wicked spots, whether it was the power bombs, whether it was, whether he was throwing him onto the kickoff panel table near the kickoff panel area. I mean, Roman looked like a monster in this match, and he was manhandling AJ at times. And like I said, AJ deserves a ton of kudos for the bumps he took in this match. He freaking, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see him do the forfeit, the springboard 450 splash. I know he's done a frog splash, the lowdown before. I wonder if he'll ever do that. But great match. I mean, just an awesome match. I love this match a lot more than their payback match. And their payback match was really good. It was a very good championship match. But this blew that match out of the water. I mean, it was awesome. I did enjoy the continuation of the feud between the Usos and Anderson and Gallows. I mean, I pretty much see this feud with AJ in the club and Roman in the Bloodline coming to an end, unless at Money in the Bank they're gonna do it one more time, like 6-man tag team ladder match with the championship on the line. But if not, I'm fine with the feud coming to an end. I mean, I could see the Usos and Gallows and Anderson crossing paths again, but I think at this rate, unless they do something really special, I'm ready for Roman Reigns to move on. So Roman is celebrating in the ring when all of a sudden Seth freaking Rollins returns, pedigrees Roman Reigns, picks up the championship, and declares himself the man, the next #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because that's the championship he never lost. He had to forfeit it due to injury. And that crowd went crazy for Rollins. He got a wicked pop when he returned. I'm happy to see Seth freaking Rollins back. It looks like now Roman's going to have to face his former Shield brother in the match that we should have gotten at Night of Champions and that we were supposed to get at Survivor Series 2015. So Seth Rollins is back. We're most likely getting Roman versus Rollins at Money in the Bank, which I would like to see. They could always save Roman and Rollins for SummerSlam, but I think it is time for Roman to move on from this feud with AJ and start dealing with the man, the architect himself, Seth Rollins. And the only thing I'm concerned about is that WWE might not know what to do with AJ. I mean, I could see him in Money in the Bank, but what I could eventually see him in is a feud with Finn Balor, because the way I'm seeing it is the club could be so fed up with AJ failing to capitalize on their assistant that, you know, whether it's Money in the Bank or the WWE Heavyweight Championship match, that they're just like, you know what, screw you. We're going to go with a guy who actually appreciates our help, who's more of a leader than you ever were. Bring in Finn Balor, you do Finn Balor versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam. That would be freaking awesome. But that's pretty much it, guys, for my live review of Extreme Rules 2016. I went pretty damn long this time, so I do apologize. Just had a lot to say about the show. Like I said, it was a really fun show from start to finish. A very good show, a very strong follow up to Payback. I give the main event 4 3/4 stars, a definite Match of the Year candidate, along with the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way. And overall, guys, I'm giving Extreme Rules 2016 8.5 out of 10. I have to say this is the second best pay-per-view of the year, next to with the Royal Rumble still being the best pay-per-view of the year. Not counting any NXT TakeOver specials, because I saved that for like a separate award. Like, I consider the NXT TakeOver specials their own specials. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching and listening. Again, I apologize that this review went longer than expected. I'm really going to try and work on, you know, keeping my reviews down to maybe 20-25 minutes at the most. I just love to talk. I'm just very passionate about, you know, wrestling, talking about wrestling when I do these videos. But yeah, guys, thank you as always for watching and listening. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you thought of Extreme Rules. What are your early predictions going into Money in the Bank? How happy are you to see Seth Rollins back? Would you like to see Seth Rollins bring back the curb stomp? Would you like to see WWE bring back the curb stomp? Because Rollins did pedigree Roman Reigns, but if Rollins is a face, I think he needs to bring back the curb stomp or whatever, or do some other really cool move. Like, he needs a quick finisher that he can catch anybody off guard with. I never saw his work as Tyler Black on the indies. So if any of you guys know of a really good finisher he can use now that he's back, and he'll most likely be a face, because if they turn him heel, that's just freaking ridiculous. No one's gonna boo him. They're all gonna cheer him, and they're gonna boo Roman Reigns. But I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. I'm sorry, I've been talking too long. Thanks as always for watching and listening. Leave your comments down below, like, share this video, subscribe, and I will see you all later. And also keep your eyes open, because I will also be doing a double feature for Camp WWE. I'll be viewing both episodes 3 and 4 in one video. So thanks for watching and listening, guys. This is Robbie One Kenobi signing off. I'll catch you all later. Peace.